Covering news that matters in Muskogee, many people are worried about the city's sewage system after finding basements flooded with raw sewage. Fox 23's Bailey Coyle talked to one man who says he's had 2 feet of sewage in the basement of his bed and breakfast.
What you're looking at there is raw sewage, pieces of toilet paper, and pieces of human feces.
That's Charles Crawford, owner of the 3 Rivers Bed and Breakfast in Muskogee. He says he's been dealing with sewage coming into the basement of the bed and breakfast for more than a year.
It's very difficult to rent out a bed and breakfast when you have raw sewage in the basement.
He says he's seen over 2 feet of sewage in his basement.
High water mark is right there. Every time there's a backflow incident or a problem, I have to call out ServPro or Burgraff Restoration, have the house totally cleaned, have any contaminated items removed.
He says his basement has flooded 3 times, and every time he shut down his business, paying out of pocket for the damage and cleanup.
This house so far has accumulated approximately $78,000 in out-of-pocket expense.
Crawford is disappointed with how the city is handling the issue. The city tells me they are aware of the problem, working with Crawford for months. Avery Rigney, the Assistant Public Works Director, says when looking at the problem, they found a small sag in their line, which could have been causing some, but not all, of the sewage problems.
There was a small sag in the line that we did go in and repair, but the root cause of this type of issue is old homes are built without backflow preventers.
Crawford says when the city fixed their line, they damaged his property.
The city actually cracked my own my sewer line tie-in.
In response, Rigney says,
So at that point in time, we weren't working on any private lines. His private line may or may not have been damaged by his plumber that he hired for his repair.
Rigney says now that the city has fixed their lines, it's up to Crawford to get a backup flow preventers installed, which is done by a private plumber since it's on private property. In Muskogee, covering news that matters, Bailey Coyle, Fox 23 News.
Rigney says city sewage lines are up to code and they are continually working on improvements.